Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video, I want to delve into what features the new Montreal studio are working on. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you do enjoy my content and would like to support the channel even further from as little as $1 a month, all the links are in the description below. So if you aren't aware, recently spearheaded by the Turbulent studio, CIG opened up a new studio in Montreal, focused on building out the many star systems of Star Citizen. Now last we heard, the Montreal team created this derelict crash site community as kind of a warm-up task to introduce them into the Star Citizen project, but we haven't really heard exactly what they will be working on going forwards. Well, the most recent update to the progress tracker gave us some insight, so I would like to break down the current tasks this new Montreal studio will be working on this year. Not to say that this is all they will be doing this year, just what we can see community facing. So the first feature I'd like to highlight for the Montreal team is called Building Interiors. Now this states creating gameplay focused layouts to fill the interiors of the various buildings in landing zones. It has 36 weeks of design work, which began around the end of March and will finish at the beginning of December. Now, although we don't know specifically what buildings will gain interiors, it does sound as though there will be more points of interest to visit. I would love to see more buildings around the landing zones have interiors, as many as possible really, which could be used for various reasons, be that lawful, unlawful, commercial, residential, and they will likely tie into a few missions as well. Now we don't know for sure what these interiors will be used for, but it's all part of fleshing out these landing zones to be vast, bustling areas filled with all manner of people, points of interest, and opportunities. Next up, we have Hospitals Tier 0. Now this feature has 48 weeks of work, which kicked off at the beginning of the year and isn't expected to finish until the beginning of December, so there is quite a lot of work to go yet. This deliverable encompasses all tasks including design, art, audio and tech required for the implementation of the first hospitals in the PU, so I guess it's pretty expected that it'll take a long time, especially as it'll be of major importance. Now leading directly on from the last deliverable, we have 5 other deliverables for hospital interiors, each one specific for a particular landing zone. We have Area 18, Lawville, New Babbage and Orison, but also Levski, which I find quite unusual as Levski was removed from the Stanton system until we get the Nick system being its actual home. I guess they just wanted to create the hospital at Levski at the same time while they're working on them all, which does kind of make sense. Either way though, these hospitals for each location will allow players to heal, revive and purchase medical supplies, as well as life insurance. So this is the starting point for fleshing out the death of a spaceman mechanic and being able to set our spawn location using our DNA in case of a death. Now the work for each of these are slightly different, with Levski's hospital already completed on the progress tracker, which was between February and March. For New Babbage and Orison's hospital, the work is finishing at the end of this month, being April, while Area 18 and Lawville's hospital will last all the way up to the beginning of December. So it's quite safe to say that the majority of work assigned to this new Montreal team is primarily focused on the creation of hospitals and those locations. As I mentioned before though, that's not to say that this is all the studio is working on, only what we can see publicly. I'm sure there's a lot behind closed doors that they are getting on with, but with that said, that is what the Montreal studio is up to this year. I have plenty more roadmap videos in the works, including one looking at my most anticipated features of the most recent roadmap update, so if that does sound of interest to you, please consider subscribing. And if you want to hang out together and talk about all things Star Citizen, come and follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers. Ryan, you are all more than welcome. If you could do the channel a big favor and hit that thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And if you want to be notified when my videos go live, tick that notification bell. Again, massive thank you to my patrons and channel members for their support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.